Welcome back, everyone. The final game of the day here on the C Stream. It's the ESL One Katowice 2019 group stage. I'm Gareth, joined by Lizard, and we've got a pretty interesting one.
Yeah, we do.
It's bottom of the table time.
Bottom of the table time, indeed.
It is.
Alliance versus Aster, right? Tomorrow it might get really interesting as we might see tide break.
Yeah, I mean, Aster and Alliance 1 and 5 right now. Col at 2 and 4. Aster have to play Col tomorrow, so a win here could put them in a good spot. A tie here could still put them in a reasonable.
Yeah, with the tie here. What about Alliance? Do they have any series left?
They play against Chaos tomorrow. That's their final. That's their final series.
So I mean, we could have a lot of ties actually tomorrow.
We could, but we've got a draft. It is ready and waiting quickly. Yeah, the odds are there. They've shown up on stream when I press this button. Yes, magical, I can do it. What's happening there? 1.94, 1.79.
Pretty close game.
Very tight between them. So we'll, without further ado, shift into the draft, find out exactly what we're dealing with.
All right, we have Alliance with the Crystal Maiden and the Elder Titan opening. That Crystal Maiden became Iron Maiden with the latest changes, and I have to stop saying this, but
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, with Elder Titan.
Run for the hills.
Run for the hills, indeed. With Elder Titan, they're definitely a strong combination of two supports. On the side of Team Aster, we have the Undying plus the Shadow Shaman. Undying, one of those heroes that can actually match up Elder Titan's strength, unless he has an insane amount of stacks and then just runs you down. Shadow Shaman, obviously, that position 4 that CN and SCA teams definitely do love. With that Shadow Shaman, you just get that Lance early on. You whack people in the lane as well. You have like 86 damage. The hero is just very good. Gives you that pushing power. And with Ember Spirit, they show their supports. They have no catch. Why not go for Ember Spirit? You ban out some counters to him in the lane, perhaps. It is. They didn't really ban out them, though. You still have possibilities for Alliance. You have the Kunkka possibility, you have the Razor possibility, you have the Monkey King that you can put versus December Spirit. There's a palette of options available and ready for you. And they go with the Juggernaut. Alright.
For now. Against Tombstone and Serpent Wards, having a spin and a clicker, always nice.
Spin, a clicker, phase boots as well, to get out of those. Overall, a decent pick for Alliance.
Aster's opening is, I mean, thinking about Dota 2 and how quickly it progresses in terms of drafts, this is reasonably old. This Shadow Shaman Undying, you think back to the kind of cancer strats, all the spam on the floor, the Serpent Wards, the Tombstone, the Phoenix Egg, all of these things you have to deal with.
I'll look at Alliance as well. I mean, they open up very unambiguously, like you can read their draft instantly. You have this Elder Titan, Crystal Maiden, support, written all over them. Taiga Elder Titan, yeah, it might be boxy, but most likely will not be, like 99%, and then Jug is gonna be your carry. Same for Team Aster, support, Undying Shadow Shaman, right? And then Ember is kind of flexible when it comes to lanes. Legion Commander, however, most definitely gonna be that offlaner, I believe, versus the Jug on the lane. Carries a little bit of a bigger, what is that, polearm? Spear? What do you call that? Polearm, right?
That, yeah, I guess it's a polearm or a halberd.
Yeah, something like that, so.
Some kind of pike.
Yeah, just hit that Jug with that pike, stay out of range.
I guess it's not a pike. A pike is more of a stick with a spear.
Yeah.
I think you're right with a polearm or a halberd.
I don't even know where I got that word from. Possibly one of those RPG
Total
games.
War.
Or VOW or something like that, polearm. It has to be. Yeah, I think it's the Hunters. I don't know. My brain is off.
Fourth pick for Alliance is a Tide Hunter.
Right, another melee hero for Alliance.
It really ramps up their 5-man push with Healing Ward, Ravage, ET and Maiden, the big
team
fight multis. You get up and running pretty quickly.
Pretty decent pick from Alliance.
So then the question for me always is, when you see 4 heroes that are very kind of early ramp into 15-minute timing where they hit that tech tier 1s, do you want a mid hero here that can give you maybe a bit more late game security along with a Jug, or do you just hit that timing super hard?
There are different teams that play, that strategize around what you asked in a different way, and it's the never-ending question. Do you go for 2 semi-carries that are gonna just completely crush and run over the enemy in the mid-game, and just have this one big push that you commit to? Or do you have 1 semi-carry such as Jug, and 1 like a true carry on mid such as OD that has been banned? So it seems that Team Aster is not gonna allow them to have that OD.
Is the Razor still out there?
Razor is, but then you're committing to that 2 semi-carry scenario, right? But Jug can go for that Battle Fury, can farm. You go for the Raid Band Yasha Battle Fury and you just out-farm the enemy. There is also that way of playing Jug, so you can go greed mode with Jug as well. It's not out of the option.
5 seconds remaining.
Razor would be alright versus the Ember, obviously. I'd love to see that Monkey too. Does Alliance play Monkey? Quick. Not really. I haven't seen them play a lot of Monkey.
They used to a lot for Boxy. Boxy used to pick Monkey a heck of a lot for Alliance, but I've not seen it recently too much. Because they used to always lane swap Boxy into these kind of mid lane Monkey King scenarios.
Oh, Pugna. There we go. They answered your question. You were going to deny us that OD that can scale well later on into the game. We're going to get ourselves a Pugna. By the way, that OD would be kind of fine on Aster too, but considering they have Ember Spirit already, I guess they're going to go for something more conventional. Nyx has been banned, Morph has been banned, PL is banned. Who's left and remaining? Anti-Mage? I mean, it is very greedy, but he works well versus the Jug. There's not a lot of catch on the side of Alliance.
And that Pugna kind of blocks out Timber picks, for example.
Yeah.
Those last pick Timber Saws or Huskars or whatever it may be, Pugna reasonably good at stopping that nonsense from happening.
Oh, no,
Troll Warlord is still out there.
Troll is there.
Might be an option against the Juggernaut.
It is an option.
But there's Decrep.
There's Decrep, exactly. AM with the Void, he doesn't really care about that so much. And he's also capable of blowing up Jug.
What about something like an LD? It just everything I'm thinking of just becomes too greedy, honestly. In my head, I'm thinking, what about this hero? And then you think Ember Legion... Make it a little bit too
Ember
slow
Legion
paced.
are basically going to have to create a lot of space for this hero. And they go with the Razor, though. They take it away from Alliance. They go with that Razor and...
They've got some sick options, actually. They could aggro try with Shadow Shaman and Dying Razor into the Jug. You are against a Maiden ET, so maybe that's a bit risky. But the better option is obviously Razor against Tide. Is that nice fallback plan where you can 1v1 basically in that lane.
Boxy is the Pugna, by the way.
Ooh.
So, Alliance Koikwa, mid-Tide Hunter versus... I mean, Team Aster is gonna react to this, I believe. They're gonna put Sylar mid with Razor, right?
Feels like it.
I think that's what they're gonna do. They don't have to, but why not? Versus Koikwa versus Tide Hunter?
Well, game
nice
one
haircut, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that green mohawk pretty much up on the Tide looks pretty good. I don't know if it's gonna make him the MVP though, as everybody get your votes in. Mercedes-Benz giving away a car to the tournament's MVP again. No VP to
How
steal
many
away this
Mercedes
time.
are they giving away? Every single game we are voting for MVP. Is there only one Mercedes?
There's one Mercedes,
so
but lots of votes.
There's no way for us to get one, right?
Absolutely no way. Well, there's no way we can get the MVP Mercedes, but potentially we could walk away with some of the little model cars.
The little model cars?
I don't think we can join in, but here we go. Quick little video. And we're off to the races. Game 1, best of 2, Alliance against Aster, and it wouldn't be a Dota 2 game without a pause to start things off.
Of course, we have to figure out what lanes we're gonna send heroes at. This isn't a keyboard pause, a bathroom pause, nothing like that. No lag pause. Insania he's just acting. Get back into that game, sir. We know what you're doing. We know what you're up to. We saw you pause 3 games in a row. I'm just kidding. Obviously.
I had to check. I thought it would be an Aster pause so they could figure out where they're putting these heroes.
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with Insania. He's a down-to-earth guy with high moral standards. So
he's a lovely lad.
He is.
We had him here not long ago.
Really?
A year ago, yeah.
What did he do?
He was doing the...
what I'm doing right now.
What you're doing, yeah, casting with me.
Wow.
He's not come back. So,
well, maybe there's a chance for me as well then.
Well, to find a team.
Yeah.
Get to some ESL events.
I wish.
I'm sure you will. One day.
I remember
you'll live the dream.
A year, maybe 2 ago, I'm streaming, I'm playing some Dots, I'm tryharding, and there's this bounty hunter running in my game and just narrating everything that he's doing, annoying the living hell out of me. I mute him. I unmute him at the end, and like I befriend him a little bit because I liked what he was doing. Like he grew on me, right?
Coming top, guys. I'm warding over here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna crit them with Janada, guys. I'm gonna crit them. I crit him with Janada, guys, for 220 damage. It ends up that's Insania, and right now he's in Alliance, so definitely a guy that has a sense of humor and a sense of discipline and is very hardworking. So
absolutely is. Alliance shifting their lanes all around. Boxy Pugner top. Sylar here on the Razor. With Koikfa heading into mid on Tide, he's likely just going to be in the straight 1v1 against Mushi's Ember Spirit.
I wonder if Tide is going to crush him or crush him mid. Crush him like an anchovy.
They're swapping now,
They're
right?
swapping, of course. You don't want to put Ember versus Tide, I think. Or are they? Where are they going to go? Let's go.
They're definitely swapping around. Ember's going top. And they will try lane bottom. Undying Shadow Shaman with the Legion Commander.
That sounds like a very nasty tri-lane.
Tiger being chased around by Fenrir. 3 bounty runes picked up, and there's the 4th. So 3 of them go the way of Alliance. Baboka and Fenrir chasing Tiger away. They don't have any disables, though, so he knows he can just TP if need be. But with brown boots...
Baboka is still chasing with 76, not 86. What was wrong with me? 86 would be way too much. 76 damage, level 1. Hitting them. Running after that. Oh, here we go. Mushi runs back mid. They just want to play the game of dodging this Tide Hunter. That's what they're doing.
Dodge the Tide.
And Ember is mid, and now Sylar is... But I just came here. I like this lane. Leave, Ember. Leave me alone. And look at that. He takes that CS. Yeah, he's like, Mushi, get out of here. Get out of my face, sir. You're not going to do any better here than on top.
No.
But Tide Hunter, he's also playing the game. He's also dancing. The dance in the river. Look at that. Dance off. Sylar versus Koikwa. Who's gonna budge? Who's gonna give in first? Koikwa waiting for him to show up. And now he goes mid. Bye-bye, Sylar. Are you gonna follow me? Well, come with me, baby.
Chase me.
And Sylar is, no, I'm done with this. I'm going top. I'm gonna let Ember port top, then I port mid, then Tide Hunter does the same, and we're back to where we started.
Square one. I do love situations where the POS 4s can get some farm and hit level 2 early on, though.
Yeah, Rasta loves this, by the way. He definitely needs levels. He's one of those supports that usually wants to be on safe lane because he gets an opportunity to pull besides just zoning out the enemy. So overall, he can use those early levels, and we're gonna see him go and perhaps stack, get some levels.
Razor not making another move. And mid lane tied against Ember.
They just gave up. They're like, alright, guys. I'm just sick of this. I want to farm. I don't care if the Tide is there.
How bad is this for Ember?
It should be pretty bad, but so far he's doing quite alright. I think what he's doing really well on this lane is the way he's messing with the equilibrium of the lane. Whenever you're versus a counter on mid, your most valuable position, your most valuable asset is the fact that you don't need spells, you don't need anything. Just mess with the blocks of the creep wave, force him to aggro under the tower, don't block the first wave at all, let the tower hit the first wave. There are many things that you can do. You're not gonna win the lane, but you're not gonna lose it either. As long as you play with that equilibrium properly.
And you can trade farm at the very least.
Exactly, yeah. And so far, look at him, 15-3, like December. Why did you even want to dodge this Tide? You're crushing him.
Whoopsie, my bad. Boxy drops. Didn't even use the static link.
I mean, they
Pugner
have...
very squishy.
Is the right click damage of the Rasta, I suppose, coming into play there?
I do leave this dual lane down bottom, but a Crystal Nova into spin opens up a kill for Mickey onto Fenrir as XXS tries to turn. Maybe a little proc there, but stick charges on the jug with a salve to follow through, keep him nice and healthy.
Yep. Koikwa is catching up a bit, but Ember still so far doing so well. Koikwa should start pulling the head though. I wonder what Koikwa is gonna build. Is this... Oh, he's doing the medallion build! Face puts medallion on Tide. He's going the right click.
The big right clicks.
The big right clicks. Like, Tide can actually hurt real hard with the recent changes.
He's a punchy boy. Nice little sleight of fist there. Mushi gathering up the CS.
I'm hyped about this Koikwa build. It's gonna be fun if nothing else. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but it's gonna be fun.
Insania. The zombie will find him. There's this tombstone causing issues for Mickey as well. I might just have to right-click it down and focus it under his own tower. We'll get the gold for it, so a nice bit of bonus, even though his maiden dropped. Tidehunter with a haste rune, going to get bottled up. And Undying. Ooh.
Yeah, he's fine. Sticks, decay. So, okay.
He really wanted that mid lane creep wave.
That fort, that fort was well funny a little bit, I suppose.
I love it when carry.
He has haste rune also bottled.
Yeah.
It would have taken him just the same time, but he wanted to save the haste rune. So
I love it when like a dire carry hero comes down and like farms these, pushes this wave, and then TPs to the shrine to farm these camps.
Efficiency,
so they can stack them.
Efficiency. Let's see if these teams have efficiency when it comes to taking bounty runes, as they're gonna spawn in 15 seconds. We see Sylar following Boxy instantly. He's like, nah, little skelly boy, come over here.
Boxy very speedy with the boots though.
Yeah.
383 move speed will rejoin Tiger as he builds up a fair amount of stacks here.
Yep.
Racking up that spirit damage, but also a good amount of farm for Tidehunter to fall back on.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a bonus for him. Tidehunter didn't really manage to win that lane versus Ember at all. Ember still ahead, 33-7 versus 23-1 from Tide. Doing fairly well. And now that there's level 3 on Elder Titan, I think we should keep our eyes on the top lane, as he's gonna have a bunch of damage.
Let's find out how much. Where's your spirit gone?
Yeah, he's just getting ancients, then running over the medium camp, then running over this hard camp, then running towards Razor.
Oh my
with
god.
like 150 damage.
Oh my god.
40 damage.
243. Okay, Sylar, how many punches does it take to get to the middle of a Razor? He's not going to commit for
Why
it.
are you running away?
Okay.
It would take him a year to suck all of that damage out. Taiga, you failed us. We believed in you. Alright, he didn't see Rasta though, that's why he did it. And Rasta is doing the smart thing, he's warding those camps. And Ember might be ready to steal them right now, actually. He's sneaking in. Maybe they can take Taiga down too.
They've got Ether Shock level 2 and Flame Guard up to 3.
They're gonna scout them with a spirit. Look. But they're not reacting to it. Instead they're going for Sylar. Is this the right play? You're losing your stacks.
He takes some CS. And there's the static link. Tygo, yeah, bonus 200 odd damage. It's dropping
God.
and dropping and dropping as Sylar steals it and steals it. But Baboka here with the shackles. Mushi arrives. The two-man chains and the remnant forward. Easy peasy for Aster. As Alliance,
I mean,
completely cut down.
completely cut down. Tidehunter is here, but he might get killed too if he's not careful enough.
He can kill multiple heroes here with a big ravage though, can't he?
Let's see.
Well, wait for it. 3, 2, 1, in we go. Anchor smash and one more hit. Mushi pops the stick. Doesn't have a remnant. Goes with the chains, but Koikva doesn't get caught. So one more anchor smash will seal the deal. Baboka just TP's home.
They stole quite a few stacks from them, so they didn't really
Radiant's middle tower is under
get a
attack.
whole lot out of it in the end. They did use the Ravage.
Fenrir. Quick soul rip and the help of the press the attack. And Insania
Insania might fall here.
getting whacked by zombies, and now the Legion. One more tap will finish her off. And Legion Commander will secure it as the Omnislash bouncing from creep to creep. Mikke gonna get dueled up as Mushi's arrival rotating in. 7 minutes in, Mushi is creating action from lane to lane.
Yep. First the stacks, now the bottom lane he goes. Just creating space for his team overall. Unlucky Omnislash from Juggernaut, obviously, but what did he expect? There are so many creeps around that Undying, so can't expect every single slash to hit.
We're gonna have such an early Ether Lens here. Very quick arcanes on Baboka into the
I
rest
mean,
of the
he stole a lot of those stacks, he got some gold. He also farmed safe lane for a bit.
Rainbow TP's bottom for Alliance. Bringing back the Power Rangers.
They want to punish this LC. You know what, actually? LC is one of the heroes that can deal with Juggernaut at any part of the game. You get the blink, you get the blade mail, and the Jug is gone.
Insane is about to be gone. Another duel winner about to arrive for XXS as Aster swinging into action pretty hard bottom. Fenrir has Decay and Tombstone. He's going to throw it in and Tiger's in trouble. Elder Titan whacks away at the Undying, but Baboka's arrival shackles him up and XXS on a killing spree.
They're just being outplayed in this laning stage so far. Koikwa has to do something for his team. December is doing a whole ton. Maybe they can go for the Siler, but do they have the skill? Let's see.
They have life drain. It feels like it comes a little too late, though.
I expected Koikwa to be body blocking him. Does he have phases? Ah, he has phases. Alright, so could get out of that.
That's very true. Insania takes up mid. Fenrir, level 6, hits. And he's got that Flash Golem for the bonus HP if needed. Bottom tier 1 dropping, 9 minutes in. 10-minute bounty rune spawning in 30 seconds. Mushi already in position. No, interesting. The bottle not coming. He's got phase, crown for drums, waistband, now the bottle coming out.
He's got. Well, but why not? Yeah, why not buy it there then? If you're, yeah, did he sell it?
I don't know.
Duel.
We have another duel, stopped by the Ravage, at least for a second. No win, and the Omnislash will claim 2 lives. Boxy, in fact, gets the double kill.
Koikwa finally coming into the fight in the right place at the right time. They turned that first duel. I mean, they had to be punished though. They've been just rolling out of control with those duels on the LC. And honestly, LC in this game is one of those heroes that you have to stop. If she gets a fast blink, Blade Mail, none of these heroes are safe. Like,
but it's 10 minutes in, she's got 2 duel wins already.
2 duel wins already. Like, we don't see... We have seen some LCs that haven't had 2 duel wins in the whole game.
Like 40 minutes, yeah.
40 minutes. So far, LC doing pretty well. He's getting closer to that blink. The big issue for Alliance is that blink plus Blade Mail. They do have save with the Pugna. That hero can definitely mess the duel up, but not really if Boxy is the one duel.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Koikva has finished off that medallion now. Waiting for the Ravage for another minute and a half though. Could be time for Aster to go and claim a few more tier 1s. As they position for the top tower, Baboka already behind it. And
yeah, he has wards, but he's not using them. That usually means that they're gonna use those wards for the next tower.
I wonder if it's tier 1 mid or
maybe
tier
tier 1
though.
mid. Yeah, I'm not certain either. We'll see.
I feel like the classic connection is always like kind of through here and you backstab the tier 1 mid.
Yeah, that tier 2 on top is possible, but
maybe if they get a kill on Tiger here, but he's pretty speedy with the Spirit returning.
they still have the catapult here. Let's see, they're gonna back off. Alright, like this tier 2 on top is actually a very difficult tower to take, as you have the high ground to the right, and you have that shrine. There are many ways for heroes to connect and just punish you, as you're basically in a choke point between the shrine and the tower if you go for that push. So
like that distance there is so hard to cross.
It's such a bad position if you are dire, basically. So
it's super bad here as well. You know, it's the double ramps on both.
I think the other side is a bit easier for Radiant, because you have that cliff there. You ward it up. You're kind of closer to the tower. I don't know. It feels like you have the trees as well that you can juke through.
It's because it doesn't feel like this ramp leads to the tower, right? It's like angled this way. This one's a direct one in, whereas this is literally like ramp coming down.
Yep.
Same with bottom lane as well. But anyway,
that bot tier 2 just a disaster to defend.
Fenrir barely gets the deny as Boxy. Sneaky decrep on Mushi. Alliance, they've stabilized for a while.
Yep. How's that LC when it comes to dagger? Where is he? Legion Commander has the dagger, working towards that BKB, so no blade mail, instead going for the BKB. Well, he's not gonna get decrepified, but the target he duels is, so
yeah.
That Atos is a way for Boxy to catch Ember, help out with that a bit. They need some roots, they need some spells. They can't rely on that Ravage and Frostbite. It's just not good enough. It's not enough.
Mickey trying to bait here with the rest of his team behind him. Smoke has expired. Koikva and Insania. I mean, there's no freezing field, so it's going to have to be Ravage and Omnislash that do the most of the damage. Take a look at Baboka's positioning. Swooping in from behind, potentially, as they do show multiple heroes. And maybe they move forward with a Tombstone and the Hex. They've caught onto one. Mikke's Juggernaut about to be ripped to shreds. XXX holds the duel for the perfect time. And another win. Lined up for the Legion. A blink forward. Do they have a stun? Any catch? And Insania successfully TPing home. Well, Mushi's not done just yet. Koik for full HP. A bit too far to dive. They are in position now to group up. With Serpent Wards, they can take the tier 2 down here. Razor is also in the vicinity to cut off any
Radiant's
wraparound play from
structures are
Alliance
fortified.
if they do TP on that shrine.
Radiant's bottom
Elder
tower
Titan is gonna
is
try and
under
defend
attack.
this, but the Elder Titan usually is a hero that can defend. Not versus Rasta though. Those wards, they don't really care about your Astral Spirit or the Astral Stomp. So these wards are gonna take down that tier
Radiant's
2
bottom tower
very
is under
easily.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower has
LC
fallen.
is stomped, but there's no follow-up whatsoever.
Dire structures
How's Ty
are
doing? What is he
fortified.
building into?
He's
Dire's
going
top
towards
tower
Blink.
is under
Blink into
attack.
Solar Crest, alright. It definitely is one of those Tide Hunters that aren't truly huge utility. You have the Ravage, right? But he didn't go for Vlads or anything like that. Vlads would be alright this game for them, but he opts not to.
Tier 1 attempt from Aster mid. And Mickey does have that Omni Slash. He's going to struggle to find a target to use it on, though. Aster seemingly very wised up to the way that Alliance are playing.
Look at
Taking
that
control
circle.
of the entire map.
Taiga is like, this is where they are, boys.
They're losing 4 bounty runes as well, you know. Mushi's come up here to snag both of the northern ones.
Ember always a sneaky one when it comes to bounty runes. He's just way too fast with the remnants, and now you have this Shadow Shaman finishing that blink. Oh, the Atos.
And the remnant out.
Alright, did not work. Sleight of
Mushi
Fist
goes.
into Remnant. Easy, easy peasy. He's building a blink as well, so
And they're catching on mid. Mickey forced to spin. As Mushi gets a couple of body blocks
there's
in.
Ravage available, I believe, and maybe you need to fall back now.
Tombstone's there and Insania being shackled up. Freezing Field cancelled and the Ravage is forced. They look for Baboka, the easy kill as the Earth Splitter lands. They will claim it, but it puts them in a position where Kuikva is trapped up on the ramp. Decrapped and saved, but the Plasma Field will take his life as Mickey arrives. Spinning down Fenrir, but the rest of his team is in dire need of assistance. The duel,
The crap fight.
decrept. But now Pugner, chased down and very nearly killed off. One more little remnant forward will secure it for Mushi. And XXS, no dual win, but can potentially chase Tiger here.
Tiger is fine. Has another stomp if needed. And Jug just bailed. He went to farm. Used that Omni Slash and just abandoned them. Overall, I think LC should be a bit smarter from now on. I saw that he was hesitating. He wanted to go for that Pagna, but his blink got broken, so he just went at the nearest target, which was Taiga, right? He went and dueled him. I don't think it's gonna happen again. This Jug might be in problems.
They've got Blink Ether Lens on Baboka. Serpent Wards after the Hex into the Shackles, but Mickey will be able to spin to safety and Boxy's arrival.
Not truly enough damage, especially because the wards were blocking the LC from hitting Jug. Baboka does blink out.
Middle tower is under
Boxy
attack.
knows, though.
Boxy
They
knows,
see
yeah.
him.
The creeps see him. The Hex is there.
Still scared of this Legion, though, and I would be. Aster keep themselves both alive. Mushi up top. Dodges the stomp with a slight, and I don't see a way out for Tiger here, even with that. Oh, he's actually pretty tanky. And Mushi only had one remnant. His second one was coming off CD. Super close to getting another remnant chains.
Yeah, forces him back home, but if you are Tiger, you're super happy about that. He survives. He'll survive.
Aster have a 10k lead. 4k of it is on the Legion. 4k of it is on the Ember Spirit in unspent gold so
What's Ember
far.
gonna buy though, then?
I'm wondering if he's like thinking about Radiance, honestly.
Yeah, but he has that Blink Dagger in Quick Buy, but he could have bought it ages ago if he wanted to. I'm also thinking if he's gonna go for that Radiance.
Cell quelling by Relic.
Yeah, he's going for the old school Radiance build. Decent versus Pagna versus that the Crap. Decent versus Tide as well. So they get some additional magic damage on their side.
Yeah, they've got Sylar, the kind of anti-carry or the pseudo-carry with plenty of movement speed between Yasha Yules to deal with the Jug as they jump in and duel up the Pug. XXS, 4 wins now. Mushi
That's
only
definitely
arrested
the
away.
hero that you wanna duel, right? Everyone else is kind of protected by Pagna. So
There's Juggernaut at Yasha into
Diffusal.
Diffu.
yeah, Diffusal is a good option this game, I think. Is gonna slow him down tremendously though. Diffu isn't the Maelstrom build, isn't the Battle Fury build. Doesn't really give you that oomph that's necessary to just keep on getting item after an item.
Yeah,
That's
no
where-
acceleration, really.
Yep, so it is a bit scary always when you go for this item.
It's very much acceleration through kills. 5-man group up, play around the tide. But
They have that Ravage to work with. They just need to find the right angle.
they don't have a Vlad's or a Pipe or a Crimson, though. That's my big worry, is that we were looking at this tide as the big utility player. And yes, with Medallion Blink, he can start fights quite nicely, but they
Yeah,
don't
but he's
have
not
any
really
damage
that utility.
mitigation.
Yeah, he's not truly that utility. He wants to hit people with Anchor Smash and Medallion. And Gush minus armor. He's not buying Vlads, he's not buying Crimson Guard. Maybe that's gonna come back to bite them.
We'll have a double BKB hitting Aster very soon. XXS will show off his with a quick jump onto Pugner and another dual win. Alliance looking to join the fray, but he uses the remainder of his BKB duration just to TP away.
Ember, meanwhile, isn't even phased by them. He knows he gets out. Even if you frostbite him, he still has enough time to Remnant out. So he's fine. I think he could have even finished that creep camp if he was greedy enough, but instead he goes for to bottle those bounty rolls, I guess.
He was a bit panicked about his mana
Oh, yeah.
reserves, I think. Just in case he accidentally hit Searing Chains and didn't have enough mana to Remnant.
Just in case he kills himself there,
Yeah.
he goes out.
You never know what happens. Sylar's BKB with Legion's BKB and the Radiance of Ember all pretty much synchronized. They've also moved towards Medallion and Urn on the Undying.
They're not perfect when it comes to taking objectives, and that's why this Shadow Shaman is working towards his Aghanim Scepter. Has that point booster now, and he's actually pretty farmed, pretty damn farmed if you...
Alliance
me.
want to try and break the status quo here.
Like, look
14,
at-
15k net worth lead
Look
for
at the
Aster.
look at the net worth of Rasta, and look at the net worth of Pugna, and... Oh, Ravage.
That's the jump. Frostbite does hold Mushi in place long enough, but that's 3 ultis for 1 kill on an Ember Spirit. Alliance need to make the most of this. Tier 2 and Roshan.
There aren't
Kinda
many
needs to be
ways.
claimed.
There aren't many ways that you can kill that Ember, so... Taking that kill... Oh, Baboka, you have no blink, my friend.
Oh, dearie me, that's a freebie. Bonus kill for Alliance. Immediate
Is it
buyback.
free? Because Pugna is dueled.
XXS catches the Pugner in the back. Koik for going for the TP out, but the Shackles cancel the teleport. And Alliance as
It looks like
quickly
it's
as they
all but free because they take 3 after that kill on Rasta. It was the
Three
perfect
cores.
bait. 3 cores, it was the perfect bait because they go for that Rasta. They move their eyes away from the tier 2. They don't take the objective. They kill the Rasta, but they lose the Pugna, the Jug, and the Tide instantly after.
And the fact they expend all their ultis on the Ember Spirit, they need to get objectives. Tier
But-
2, Roche, something from that, but they
you know-
die for a Rasta.
You know what? This Rasta is so rich. He was higher than that Tide Hunter even, so they consider him a core.
Yeah.
And they go for him. Baboka.
Another catch, another kill.
Man, this Baboka. He's always been
Radiant's bottom
pretty
tower
good,
is
pretty
under
good.
attack.
Never forget Baboka Monkey King.
yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about that during the drafting stage, but position 4 Monkey King, there's not a whole
Radiant's
lot.
top tower
There aren't many teams that roll it. I guess OG picks it
yeah.
now and then for Jerax to mess with people because Thompson is always a threat of Monkey. But I love how some of these teams, they have that advantage. They have a star player with something like a...
Kind of overlapping hero pools.
Yep.
Sometimes work against you, but very often work for you the way that drafts go about nowadays. Mushi with the double damage rune and chains onto Koikva. Shadow Amulet to try and buy him time with the life drain, but in comes Sylar. BKB Razor says goodnight to the Tide. And Boxy being drained of his life and his damage while the Shackles connect onto Mickey. This is going from bad to worse to disastrous for Alliance.
Jug is gone.
And Mushi moves in with a double damage swipe of his sword. Another one in the back is Insania as he falls. Alliance 4 down. And Aster with 5 alive claim another tower. Tier 2 mid about to drop. And Mushi, he's going in deep. Doesn't commit for the ET.
They really need to chill out.
Radiant's middle tower has
Wait
fallen.
out a bit, get everyone up, then fight properly. They're being picked off left, right and center.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They
attack.
just need to calm themselves. Alliance, yeah, they're all coming back to life. And they didn't lose the tier 3 yet. It's hard, it's looking rough, but nothing's over yet. Just chill.
20k net worth lead at 24 minutes for Aster.
Just chill. It's
Just
not,
calm.
not a biggie. They won versus... Who was it? That had that amazing lead as well versus them. It was today, but my brain is...
Complexity.
Complexity, exactly. If you could take the pride of NA complexity, you can do anything, Alliance. I believe in you.
The pride of NA. One NA player. PogChamp. In comes Mushi. Nice double chains. And down goes Boxy. XXS already expended the duel, so Koikfa inside the Shadow Amulet finds a nice little hidey hole to stay away from, but
Quick gone.
Mushi does so much damage now with this Radiance that it is quick and easy as Insania. Amulet, Freezing Field. Can't survive through the onslaught of Aster as Alliance. One by one they fall in the back. Hey, I nearly missed that kill. Tiger, very, very aggressively positioned.
Yeah, he was actually chasing DLC, but LC joked around, got out, and then turned the fight. Now he has to buy back and defend this. You know what the upside for Alliance is? Their levels are so low, they respawn almost instantly, so they can defend again.
That is a good upside. Defend the base. Trouble is, Serpent Ward's level 2 from Baboka. And one entire lane of barracks will be claimed. Juggernaut, yeah, he's just pushing out mid. He knows that he can't really do anything down
25
bottom.
minutes in, they already take one side, and Mushi is just going for the bounties, going for the economy value. Overall, I know I'm being mean, but I actually meant what I said. At least they respawn very fast, because Elder Titan can defend that fairly well, and you have some spam on their side, and that's the only thing that they can do, honestly, at this moment. They were just crushed with the insane aggression coming from Aster.
It's been relentless. And now with them in the Radiant jungle, they can take Shrines. Sylar controls up mid.
I think the problem with their draft is they rely on this Ravage to catch like an Ember. You know, they try to itemize on Pugna with the Atos, but it just doesn't work. So this Ember is feeling unkillable. And
when he gets his BKB, he will be.
And also, their cooldowns are so much lower on Aster, so they can fight all the time, while on the side of Alliance, you wait for that mid-lane Tidehunter to get that Ravage. And then you use it, you might win a fight, but then you lose 3 fights afterwards.
Here comes Aster again. Shadow Shaman spots a DD rune on his way through, so Mushi will be able to grab that as well. As the Arcane rune he had bottled previously, BKB's on the way.
Yep.
Juggernaut cutting waves as he knows this top tier 2 push, it is coming from Aster.
That's the problem. Check Jugger's items, and remember when he bought that Diffusal. Still absolutely no items afterwards. That Yasha was the first item that he got, then Diffusal, and then your item progression just stops. Doesn't matter if you're winning or losing.
Sylar takes the majority of the damage that Juggernaut has. Easy tier 2. Baboka, where are we? Serpent Ward's level 2 with Aghanims done. Serpent Ward's time on this high ground, I believe. Hey!
Where are you going? Sir, come back! We need you for this push.
He needed to TP to stack the Ancients.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, he gets the job done, hey?
He's buying Refresher. He's like, guys, I don't want you to end this game. I want my Refresher. I want a solo win.
Did he literally just TP down there to stack the Ancient camp? The rest of his team is fighting. Insania's Freezing Field does nothing. The Tombstone, with the Yule Scepter up, cancel his attempted escape as the Legion's duel with the BKB goes to work on Koikfa, and Mushi's there with the finish. No buyback on Tide, and the chase on the Maiden will end like that. Death and destruction. But I quickly...
Why did he port?
He literally TP'd to the shrine to stack that camp. And then he
did he buy something? He didn't.
No, he didn't.
Why did he port?
To stack that Ancient camp, I'm telling you. He's memeing. Baboka's memeing on you. Shackles, long range, and
Vicious.
No duel, 4-staff. Doesn't save Boxy, doesn't save Alliance. They've got to tap out. There's no way back after this. Serpent Ward's dropped. Near the throne, there's an Omnislash, which does kill off Baboka, but GG is called. Game 1, 28 minutes. A 30-9, 33,000 net worth victory for the Chinese squad up against Alliance. Mid lane Tide not working out for them.
Yep. I just have a feeling that Alliance is suffering from all the losses that they've been through, honestly. I've been in similar situation with some teams. You just lose so much consecutively that psychologically it's very hard for you to recover.
The blow to morale is just too
I really
much.
think Loda needs to just have a talk with the boys right now or something, because it's just very difficult to find your confidence again and to start winning after losing what? They lost 3... How many best of 2s did they lose yesterday? 3? 2?
They were 0-4, so it must have been 2.
Okay, 0-4, they lost 2, then they lost one more game today. So 1-5, and now they're 1-6.
It's an uphill climb for them, that's for sure.
It's definitely a very hard climb that they have to make now in order to stay. They cannot be last or second last in order to proceed.
Need to win this game to really put themselves into contention, right? Because if Aster wins 2-0, that pretty much says goodbye to Alliance.
Yep.
It doesn't look good. They're not technically, mathematically out, but it does
they have to win this game.
The
They at least have to win this game. That's like the first thing that they've got to do.
even just for morale, honestly.
And after that, I still don't think, even if they win tomorrow 2-0, it's not all in their hands. So they're in a very difficult spot. I believe in Alliance. I really think those players are very, very talented. They show signs of brilliance, but sometimes they just have these consecutive losses that
Time for the mental reset. Let's see if they
are
can
hard.
sort things out during the break. If Alliance, Loader can whip the boys into shape, we'll find out. Game 2 coming up after the break.